Welcome to the Watchmen. We don't ease you in here. We dive head first into the pit and drag serpents into the light. Armor of God from Ephesians 6, visors down, let's go. So tell me why the Jerusalem Post is one of the first outlets in the world to push the Charlie Kirk death story. That's not strange. That's not worth raising an eyebrow. And then Trump posts the billboard-looking AI hug. Trump embracing Charlie, Charlie glowing with the Zionist flag behind him. Really? AI Hallmark? That's the tribute? I'm sure Charlie would have loved being memorialized as the MVG, most valuable Goyim, until he started talking like he wanted to trade teams. Guess the coach didn't like that. He turns down donors, turns down money, and then the Israeli prime minister claims that he got a letter from Charlie just a couple of weeks ago. Meanwhile, Candace Owens says, hold on, I've got the full letter and Bibi's lying. But no, of course, world leaders would never bend the truth, right, Candace? And while all this is happening, Congress quietly blocks the Epstein files from being released on September 10th. That same day, Charlie gets shot. But one man, Republican Thomas Massie, a God-fearing American, is one vote away from forcing the release. Think about that. And then add in a UAP congressional meeting happening around the same window, aliens, assassinations, and Epstein. It's like the deep state is doing a festival lineup. And don't forget the numbers. 33 days before Charlie's birthday, he's killed. 33 hours to find the shooter. The magic number keeps popping up again and again. But hey, they tell us it's all a coincidence. Shut up, sit down, and obey, America. Now, before I break this down, let me be clear. Our prayers and condolences go out to Erica Kirk, their 2 children, their family, and their friends, and the entire community mourning that loss. We stand with them. In Jesus' name. This episode will contain graphic depictions of the event, so consider this your warning. Now, here's where my eyes go. I'm looking at Frank Turek, 8 years, Navy veteran, served in the Pacific and Indian Ocean, Christian apologetic, author, apparently Charlie's friend. This man knows hand signals, long-range gunnery signals at that. And what do we see? We see a man in a white shirt in the crowd. In his hands, doesn't look like a normal pistol to me. It looks like a small caliber or even a ball-bearing projectile weapon. And that's what some ex-military online are saying too. Then watch Turek. First, he touches his hat, then his nose. Then the man to his left reacts. Another man in black gives a bicep flex signal, which in some military handbooks is the exact sign for fire at will. And boom, you line up the timing, the recoil in the shooter's hands with Charlie's body. It sinks. That's not an accident, and that's not a coincidence. Now, here's the kicker. Another video shows what looks like a shot from a stairwell about 100 yards behind Charlie. Not the rooftop across the campus, but right about his 6 or 5 o'clock. You can see what looks like is a projectile flash. Problem is that the stairwell shot lines up with the second story angle, but the recoil hand motion lines up on the first story. So, which means either this was staged and a distraction, or we had multiple shooters. Either way, this wasn't just some random security lapse. It looks like a coordinated unit, 6, maybe 9 people moving like a team. This was ritualistic, open air, and broad daylight. And then, what's the first thing that we see after the chaos? Somebody on the mic saying, don't worry, the safety team is here. And then some random guy starts taking down the camera behind Charlie, wiping away evidence before investigators can touch the scene. That's not safety. That's a cover-up, and that's tampering with evidence. Now, I'm not taking this lightly, and I'm not saying it lightly. I'm saying what I see and what I believe. And listen, if I don't show up again, I'm not suicidal. Let that be known. Today, September 15th, I'm heading down to the FBI office downtown to share what I've got. In this show, The Watchmen isn't about soft takes. It's about crushing the serpent's head, exposing the works of darkness, and preparing the saints to be driven by eternity. Armor up, stay watchful, and stay bold. And always remember, everything that you say, feel, and think will be held accountable to Jesus at the throne room in judgment.